Hey Cancer, how's it going? This is your love reading for couples and singles. This should resonate for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to receive alerts. And let's go ahead and get started. Also, too, for newcomers, we're going to go over overall energy for the month, the situation, what's causing the situation, hopes and dreams, and then an outcome. So with that being said, Cancer couples, heart-to-heart conversation. Beautiful. Right. What's the situation for Cancer couples? What's the situation? Okay. Well, there's a couple of these. Let me ask. What's the situation? One card, please. Okay, so to end with the Eight of Wands is amazing, right? Because we have a couple of cards that aren't necessarily fast-moving, but because you end with this, that is a very good positive. Okay. All right, let me clarify, and then we'll go ahead and get into it. Okay. So Cancer, so first things first, I think that you and your partner are going to have a conversation, and down here it says, honestly discuss your feelings towards each other. I feel like for some reason, you guys have really been in your head. Maybe your partner has been working a lot and hasn't had as much time to put energy into the relationship, and it's making you feel a little bit left out. And you're really in your head about it. So I think that this is a time for you guys to vocalize that to your partner. And this could be also, how your partner sees you, depending on, the cross watchers. And I feel like you've been patiently waiting. There's something that you've been waiting for, and you feel like, hey, I've taken the time and I've waited this period, and now I want what I want because, I've given you that time for you to grow whatever it is. So maybe this has to do with, wanting an engagement ring or wanting to do something, right? Because this is down here with the Hierophant. This is what you're hoping for, and you've been waiting, right? Now, you guys could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Virgo, or Taurus. Here's another Taurus card right here with the Hierophant. You could be dealing with another water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, possibly a Sag, but maybe even a Gemini or somebody that has a Gemini, moon or ascending. So the situation is somebody's fixating or focusing on money right now. Money has been an issue, right? Here you have money. I feel like this possibly is your partner, right? Your partner is working a lot. Maybe they lost their job, or maybe they're in a position where they shut down, they shut you out, and they're trying to work on getting it right, okay? And you feel like, how you feel about this is a Page of Wands. So it's like you feel like you're not necessarily in control. That's how I feel of this situation. And it's like that he or she is doing the right thing, but it's not necessarily enough to kickstart, the type of attention and wants that you need. And again, back to the situation, you have the Four of Pentacles. So this could be somebody that, pretends like they have a lot of money, on paper, but then in reality, they don't have as much as they thought or much as they said. So, taking you out, buying you a ring or things like that aren't necessarily as accessible as they've portrayed it. This can also be too that, with the King of Pentacles here, this person is just kind of like in their own world. They've shut down. And they're trying to get it back together. Okay. Now, again, your hope, you have the Knight of Cups, and that's clarified by the Hierophant. So, something is being made right here. Something is being shown. Maybe you guys are, expressing that you're in a relationship, right? You're coming out saying, hey, we're in a relationship, we're together. This could also be a proposal. It's something here about being seen with this partner. Something needs to be seen. You want to, have that so the world knows like, hey, you guys are together, right? So as your guys' outcome, you have the Eight of Wands. So this is beautiful. This can either mean, something kickstarts it, right? And things start progressing much faster out of this period of being stuck. Maybe you guys are traveling, maybe you guys are going on some type of vacation, but this is going somewhere. There is some type of communication going to happen over these next, couple weeks that's going to jumpstart. Now, where is this going? I mean, hopefully that resonated, Cancers that are in a coupled situation. Now, this is for Cancer singles. Okay. What's the overall energy for Cancer when it comes to love, singles? Okay. Releasing your ex. I'm mostly Cancer, so this, just want to throw that out there. So this can make a lot of sense. Probably for me, I guess. All right. What is the situation at hand for Cancer singles? Okay. So I definitely feel like some of you guys are pregnant. That's for sure. That's coming across very, very strong. Very strong. So the overall energy, though, is about releasing your ex, okay? Time has come to clear your energy. All right. So those of you guys that are in a new relationship, this is about letting go of the idea or the situations that you've gone through with them. This is realizing that this new person in your life isn't like them and they're not going to make the same actions or do the same things that they've done to you. This is also about relinquishing control, right? Which makes sense though. Think about it. Like Cancer is all about nurturing, they're all about the home. You guys are highly, intuitive. And you're all about security, right? Being secure. So with releasing your ex here, this means stop checking out their Instagram post, okay? If you're in a committed relationship, you shouldn't be checking out your ex's stuff, right? Because who gives a shit about them if you're in a healthy relationship, okay? I'm sorry. You guys could be dealing, by the way, with a Capricorn, Taurus, Gemini. You possibly could be dealing with a Libra. Libra's coming up pretty strong here. Libra's coming up pretty tough, actually. But, I mean, possibly a Scorpio. But, okay, so with that being said, like, the situation is this King of Swords, okay? He's looming. And here you guys are right here, right? This is you guys. Beautiful, pregnant, or in the process of getting pregnant. I definitely think she's pregnant because you have the Six of Cups. Empress with the Six of Cups, I mean, hello. Or, there was a situation that got brought up. Maybe you're a mother or a father and the person you're with brought this up about your child's, mom or whatever, and it's created some type of argument. Okay, somebody's being highly analytical right now and a little bit too logical, I feel like. In your opinion, there's not a lot of fire or forward energy, forward movement, because you have swords, you have wands, one wand, one cup, and then, a pentacle. So, with this King of Swords, it's like, he's just heavily fixated. He's very logical and he's a little bit harsh. So you guys could also be coming off as something harsh. There was definitely an argument here, and there was something that was said or done that put you guys both in an area where you're both upset. But the funny thing is after this argument, you feel like the emperor. You feel like, yeah, I was right, I told you so. Okay, now with this being if you take a look, it's a full moon, right? So I feel like on that card, this is about looking about everything that you guys have been through and what you've done so far, and letting yourself breathe, right? Cut off the logical side of things. It's time for you guys to take joy in who you are, the time period that you're in, and allow yourself some type of healing. Okay, I do feel that very strongly for you as well, and I think that this is a good time for you, right? It's like you're hoping for this attachment. So again, sometimes attachment that has to do with pregnancy, you know what I mean? At least that's how I take it. And then with the Magician, it's something that is physically being manifested, right? Especially with this Devil. This is what you want. You want that attachment to them. You want to be pregnant with them, or you want, some type of commitment that's going to solidify your guys' relationship. And I feel like you are. I feel like you're definitely manifesting some type of attachment regardless, right? And I do feel like this attachment comes, but you have to let go of this shit first. You have to let the past be the past. Now for your guys' outcome, you have the Six of Pentacles. So this could be giving and taking. This could be balancing things out. This could be one person giving and one person receiving. Something I do want to mention too, because this just kind of popped up and came to my mind, is the fact that this is a singles reading, right? So you have to release your ex, and I feel like right now you're fixated on trying to keep them exactly where they're supposed to be. You're trying to keep them locked to you, and that's where I feel like this pregnancy comes in with that Six of Cups. It's like you want to see them again, you want to show them again who you are, what you can do, how nurturing you are, what a great mom you are, what a great father you are. And it's just tough because you guys have had some type of beef, there's some type of argument, and there's a control factor here. Okay? So thank you so much, Cancer, for listening to your reading. If you have any questions, please feel free to add a comment below. So thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a great next couple weeks. Bye.